Hi, I'm Jordan. I wanted to take a quick look at On Tour today by Chad Deshawn and BoardGameTables.com. All right, let's see what's in the box, a little bit how to play, and some things I like about it, and maybe some things I don't. All right, so let's see what's in the box. On Tour comes in this really kind of thick box, but it has a nice size to it. Of course, you have the rules, the cards. In my edition, I got a couple extra player boards, but the game usually comes with 4. I had gotten 6 in mine. Comes with enough markers for all of the players, of course, and then these really cool D10s. Let's take a quick look at the player maps. Everybody gets a map of the United States. The regions are as follows. North along the top. These southern 3 regions are south. The 2 greens are east. The 2 yellow orange ones are central. And then red is west. Those correspond here. So this card would correspond here with the eastern region, southern region down here, and then central region right there. That easy. So in On Tour, the players are trying to plan out their tour route with their band, music group, artist. You do that each round. You start with 3 cards are flipped over, such as this, and then 2 dice are rolled. So let's say we roll them here. Then look at the numbers that are rolled. This number could be a 65 or a 56. Each player must use both combinations of numbers, and each combination must be used in a corresponding region that matches these cards. So if I choose to use the eastern region, I could write 56 or 65 in any state along the eastern seaboard, or I could do 56 in the south, 56 in central, and then I would use 65 in one of these other regions as well. So let's say here, I'll do 56 in a central here. So I'm going to write 56 right here. And if I write it in the state that perfectly matches the card, so this one is South Dakota, and I write 56 up here, I would then circle it. If I end up using that, it would be a bonus point. And then if I do 65 here, I could do, I'll just do it here in Missouri, 65 there. And since that does not match any of these cards down here, I just leave it as that. So play is going to continue like that. Everybody playing simultaneously with the same cards and the same dice rolls. And then at the end of the game, you're going to see which is your longest route and compare points. So let's say this is what my board looks like at the end of the game. You find the longest continual, kind of like in Ticket to Ride, your longest continual train. The numbers must go from highest to lowest. So let's say I start here at 19, go all the way through, just kind of a Midwestern tour up here, ending in, destination everywhere, Montana, where every band ends their tours. You count up the score for every city or state that you go through, you get 1 point. If you circled it, meaning you wrote it in the state that was written on the card, you get a bonus point. I only went through 2 circles, and that is 13 points total. That's really it. That's the whole game. Yeah, components in this game are really great. The cards are really nice. They have a nice finish to them. Really, you don't use them a whole lot, but they still give the, a nice card stock to them. The dice are nice and chunky, which is really cool. They are dry erase boards, so of course they come with kind of the standard dry erase marker with the eraser on the top. Pro tip, it does come off, so you can flip it around. I don't know if everybody knows that, but there's a cool spot here for your band name, and then scoring can be written on here. Now, this being a dry erase board, you have to make sure that you erase it every time. I forgot to do that once, and it did kind of stick on, so you had to take a wet wipe to it. It's not a big deal, but just something to think about. And then there are these creases in here, which I'm not too crazy about because, say like right here, it does kind of mess up your writing and makes the board look a little messier than it needs to be. But all in all, I think it's great. There's these nice little touches here. So here on the hip hop board, there's some, records and spray paint and microphones and stuff. It's just kind of a cool look to the game. It kind of brings it all together. Well, there's a little bit about On Tour. Overall, I think the game is really great. The production is really great. The big chunky dice are really satisfying to roll. The rules are really easy to get into. I haven't had any trouble explaining it to anybody that I've played with so far. I am not the biggest fan of dry erase boards, but generally speaking, these are pretty good. I think they're going to hold up pretty well. I just don't like smudging when it comes to roll and write games, but I think I understand why they did it. A lot of people do like dry erase boards, so I can't fault them for that, but I really do like pads of paper in my roll and write games, and then I can use markers, and I can keep them kind of as a historical element in my game to look back on old things, especially on a game like this where you're going on tour. You can go, pretend you're a band and be able to look back on the past tours that you went on. I think would have been really fun, but I think you can always print the sheets off online, but I'll be sticking with the dry erase boards for now. But generally speaking, this is great. I think really easy to get into roll and write game, but still really thinky and not I wouldn't say it's light to do well. It has a light rule set, but it is tricky to get good at it. So all in all, this is definitely a keeper. All right, I'm Jordan. Thanks.